The history of ancient China, from myth to empire. The history of ancient China spans thousands of years and is one of the oldest continuous civilizations in the world. It begins not with emperors or armies, but with myth. According to legend, the earliest rulers were the three sovereigns and five emperors, divine beings and sage kings who introduced agriculture, medicine, and moral order to the people. The Zhou introduced the concept of the mandate of heaven, the idea that rulers govern by divine approval, but can lose that approval if they become corrupt. This concept would shape Chinese political thought for over 2,000 years. Whether myth or history, they represent China's long-standing belief that civilization is tied to moral leadership. The Silk Road opened under the Han, connecting China to Central Asia, the Middle East, and even Rome. For centuries, the country was divided between rival kingdoms, warlords, and nomadic invasions from the north. Buddhism spread during this time, offering peace and purpose to a people surrounded by instability. Though the central state was weak, Chinese culture continued to evolve. Paper was invented. Confucianism became the official state ideology. The Han created a civil service system based on merit, not birth, an idea far ahead of its time. Under Han rule, China expanded its borders, solidified its bureaucracy, and saw a flourishing of art, science, and literature. Over time, local lords gained power, leading to the Spring and Autumn period, and eventually the Warring States period. China was not one unified country, but a landscape of rival kingdoms constantly at war. But that's where ancient history begins to shift into medieval history. Ancient China gave the world paper, silk, the compass, and deep philosophies that still shape global thought. Its history is not just a tale of emperors and battles, it is a testament to the enduring strength of ideas, innovation, and identity. The story of ancient China, for our purposes, ends with the fall of the Han and the centuries of division that followed. And yet, this era of conflict was also a golden age of philosophy. Confucius preached order and respect. Laozi introduced Taoism, emphasizing harmony with the universe. Legalist thinkers argued that people needed strict laws, not moral virtue. These competing ideas would shape the soul of Chinese governance and culture for centuries to come. The first historically confirmed dynasty was the Shang, which emerged around 1600 BCE in the Yellow River Valley. Into 21 BCE, he unified the warring states and founded the Qin dynasty. Ruthless but effective, he standardized weights, measures, currency, and even the writing system. He connected existing walls into what became the foundation of the Great Wall. But the Qin ruled with an iron fist, burning books, silencing dissent, and enforcing strict legalist laws. The dynasty collapsed just 15 years later, but its mark was permanent. From that point forward, China was a unified imperial state. The Shang kings ruled from fortified cities, practiced ancestor worship, and left behind oracle bones, tortoise shells, and ox bones inscribed with questions to the gods. These bones are the earliest known Chinese writing and offer a glimpse into the concerns of a Bronze Age society: war, harvests, childbirth, and the will of the heavens. By around 1046 BCE, the Shang were overthrown by the Zhou dynasty. The Zhou period is also when China began to fracture. Out of the chaos came China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang. The Han dynasty rose next and lasted over 400 years. From 206 BCE to 220 CE, it was a time of prosperity and expansion. Yet even golden ages end. After the Han fell, China entered a period of fragmentation. In 581 CE, the Sui dynasty briefly reunified China before collapsing, paving the way for the Tang dynasty, often called the Golden Age of Chinese civilization. What began as a loose collection of river valley settlements grew into one of the world's great civilizations. Please like, comment, and share if you enjoyed learning about ancient China.